Rated M for mature.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Seven Taylor, and we are on the second episode of Artist to Artist. I have my lovely two guests here, the talented Dimitri Miller. He sings the fuck
Hey.
down. And then I have the talented, pop-centric, give you what you want, LA native, Mo Bass. Hi, y'all.
Hey, what's up? What's
How are
Hi.
up?
y'all?
What's poppin'?
Good. It's a
Yes.
good
I'm
day.
good.
Yes, I'm here
Good
for
day.
it. I'm very excited. So I invited y'all on, just like I'm inviting so many other dope Black artists on because I feel like it's so important for us to have spaces and places that we can not only just celebrate our culture and our talents, but also have a platform. You know, having a voice is
Right.
very, very important to me. And when I see other people feel like they don't have a voice or they're not getting interviews or they're not getting the proper shine, I should say, it saddens me because I know for myself it's not a hard task for me to get interviews and things and stuff like that. But I feel as though because I have the platform that I have and I do have the pull that I have, I want to make sure I'm sharing this shit. You know, with everybody. I feel like, you know, being a gatekeeper, we have a job. You got to open that door. You got to keep that shit revolving. You know, there's always new boys, new girls, new in-betweens, and whatever the fuck else they want to be coming through the door.
Right.
And we just got to, you know, shed a light. And I
Right.
feel like that's so
Mhm.
important and so pivotal. And that's the reason why I joined on today. I joined on with the platform Artist to Artist. The main host is Dominique. He has like kind of a hectic schedule right by now. So me as a co-host, I'm holding the fuck down. P.I.P. You know.
And we stand. We stand.
We love it. We love it.
Yes, and I'm here for it, you know, and I'm just here for y'all, and I'm so excited that y'all here. So, who wants to go first?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'll go ahead. It
Oh, you want to
doesn't
go
matter.
first?
I'm down.
So, can
Yeah.
I have you introduce yourself again? Um, State where you live. Um, what type of music you make? If it has like a description, or if it has. I mean, I know sometimes we make all different types of genres of music, but you
Mhm.
know, genuinely, what you recognize, what you define yourself as, and whatever else you want to plug in. Oh yeah, and plugging your social media. So go ahead.
So my name is Mo Bass, and I categorize my music as kind of like a dark pop, like pop electric type of sound. So that's the type of element I can see myself in, most
Hmm.
definitely. This more recent project that I'm working on is like a lot of different sounds and elements together. So it's giving like kind of a alternative vibe.
Okay,
So I'm excited about that
I'm excited as
because it's
well.
like people ask you what type of music you do, and it's like it's hard to say because it's like, well, dang, I don't want to just give one answer and feel like I'm just
Oh,
boxing myself
exactly.
in. So,
Same, same,
but
same.
you know,
That's why I kind of
hmm
like.
and
I kind of cringe with that part of the question. I was like, "Bitch, wait, where you going at with
yeah,
that?" But go
I
ahead.
mean, I feel like the fans categorize you sometimes too. Like you may do
Yeah,
one thing, but I mean, they may put you in one box, you know. So
right. I totally fucking agree. I totally fucking agree. And also let people know where they can find your music.
So my music's everywhere. It's on Spotify, Apple, Tidal, Amazon, Google Play, YouTube. I think I have like two singles on SoundCloud. You can find it under Mo Bass. It's MEAUXBASS. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I have some just under Mo because you know I went under the whole rebranding where
Right,
I'm
right.
like changing my name and like adding the bass onto Mo. So I
I
have to
remember
like
that.
re-upload most of my older music from my older catalog up
Okay.
under that name. So I'm working on that too.
Right. Well, you gonna get it done. And if
Yeah.
y'all don't know when y'all about time they do see this interview, Morphine will be out by then. But today
Yeah.
is September the 16th. It comes out tonight at midnight, September the 17th. And I'm excited for y'all to hear this record. It was so dope to collab with Mo on it, and we
hmm
definitely will get into it during this interview. I'm gonna throw it over to Dimitri
Yeah.
now.
Hey, you guys. I'm Dimitri Miller. I actually would say I make a kind of like I would say that my direct name, or I want to say direct like type of idea for my genre would kind of be a subcategory. So I wouldn't really give it any like big like title on it, so such as
Right.
like alternative or R&B or something like that. So I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it would be under the like chill categories, the dream pops, like just it just gives a very soft sound to R&B, like kind of like soulful vocals.
I
Um,
love it.
thank you,
I
but
love it.
I also have like been experimenting a lot though with a lot more pop rock sounds
Mhm.
and a little bit more R&B as well. So my future EP project that's going to be coming out is actually going to be a handful of all of those things thrown in together. So I'm really excited for that.
I'm
But
excited as
I
well.
have this. Thank you. But I have
Love
that
that.
song that's out right now. That's called Countdown. As if I say you know, Boot Seven. So
Yes.
it was the very first start right now for my sound.
Mm-hmm.
Before my original single, which was Click, and I'm actually really loving it now because a lot of people are understanding that that's the route I want to go. Um, and my social medias that anybody wants to follow or that they want to, just to like at least keep up with anything that I'm doing music wise or just with me. There's my Instagram, which is Dimitri Miller with 2 R's, and then there's my Twitter, which is Dimitri Miller with 2 R's as well. Not actually 2 R's as well. It's actually Dimitri Miller with the number 8. And all of my music is on all streaming platforms, so Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Tidal, really anything, YouTube, anything you can really stream music on. But I also do have a little kind of lyric video coming out soon for Countdown, so I'm super excited for that.
I fucking love
Oh,
Countdown.
good.
You did that.
Yes.
You did that.
Thank you.
I
I'm
love
also
it.
excited for our project too, Boo.
Oh yes.
I'm excited to hear that
Oh
also.
yes.
I
Yes.
heard the
No.
snippet. It sounds amazing.
Yes. I'm excited for it. I definitely last night I did mention the name of it. It's Negro Spiritual. That's the name of it. And it's definitely a really dope song. And like I was telling Mo earlier, you were so quick with like just doing what you
Yes,
gotta do
yes.
and sending it to me. And
Because you
that's
said it
my
was
energy
last
because
minute.
that's my energy in
That
general with
is.
anything I do. Like I really if I love
Right.
it, I'm gonna get on that shit, you know?
Exactly. Like I
Yeah.
really like took my time to like really try to figure out how you would want it to be sung while also like staying true to my sound and my range.
And I fucking love it. I was like, yes, yes, yes.
So I can't
Yes,
wait to
like
hear
you
that.
quickly got
Thank
it, and
Can't
you.
I
wait.
really, I really enjoy that. Like I really love, and I just love the diversity here. It's like we are all
Mhm.
artists and we all create different types of music, and we're connecting, and I think
Right.
that's like a beautiful thing because it's just I don't know. I love opposites. I love things that are just different but come together. You know. So,
Same.
Yeah.
first thing first. Um, where do I want to go first? Okay,
Where are you gonna
so
take us?
so Mo, do you want to talk about your upcoming new EP?
I'm
Like
ready.
the title of it and everything like that. Like, give us that tea. So, what should we expect from a Mo bass project? Like, give it to us raw, honey.
Yes, I'm
Well,
excited.
right
Or with a condom.
now,
Either way.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
but right now, the sound of the project is very upbeat. It sounds like every song is going to be pretty up tempo and like fun and
Mhm.
fast. So that's where the project's headed as of right now. I think I may have like 2 songs that may be kind of like slow,
Mhm.
but as of right now, it's going to be a album full of bangers, an EP of
It
bangers.
is. I mean, from what I've heard exclusively thus far, it's definitely going to be
Hmm.
a very, very standout project, and I'm so excited and I'm so happy for you.
Very.
Me and Mo knew each other for fucking ever at this point, and we started
Yeah,
our
it's been like
musical journey.
7 years.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and counting.
it's been a minute.
And we start our
Ain't
musical
counting.
right, and we started our musical journey at the same time. Like when I recorded my first ever song, that had these hoes mad. I called him.
Shy Haven.
Yeah, Shy Haven. I called him and I was just like, oh my God, I recorded my first song. And he was legit the first person that came to mind because we've always been so supportive of each other in this industry. And
Right.
I'm proud. I'm very proud of you and I'm proud of Dimitri. I'm
Thank
just proud
you.
of people that are progressing with their sound, with their talents, and giving us bodies of work. Because at one point years from now, bitch, we're gonna be legends. At one point,
Exactly.
Right.
right, we're gonna look
It
back on this
starts
shit and be
here.
like, right,
It starts here, yeah.
right. And we're gonna look back on this shit and be like, wow. So did you give us the title of the new EP?
So the title is The Party's Over. It's
Okay.
what I decided to title it.
Okay.
So
I'm,
that's
I'm
gonna be
giving
the name of it.
every time you say that, I just see myself in a party and somebody broke my heart and I'm
Yeah.
watching the guy that I love walk away and
It's
I
giving
go
It's gonna be
outside
all
and I'm
Tasha
types
on
of
and
things.
I'm
Molly's.
already
And
yes,
it
yes.
Yes,
is right. It
yes.
just giving very much like just this alternative life that you live in, and I'm
Yeah.
here for it and I'm living for it and I'm so fucking super excited and happy for you.
Thank you. Likewise, I'm happy for our project. You sent this shit back in less than 24 hours.
Yes.
And I was like, wow,
How
he skated
when did I send it back?
le less than 24, like
Oh, okay.
quick, like with the
Not that pen
quickness.
moving
Like,
that
And I
fast.
was like, and
Not the pen
exactly.
moving
Yeah,
that
he skated.
fast.
I
He
legit,
Exactly.
I
skated.
did, I legit when I first heard Morphine when he sent it to me, um, I was obsessed with it from the first play. I was like, okay now, because I'm someone that I like to challenge myself. I don't like to always just do a certain type of, sound. I like to experiment as well, and I feel like sometimes
Hmm.
it's such a curse being an artist, especially a black artist, because for some apparent reason, I feel like, and it's no shade, but I feel like sometimes our white counterparts can do whatever the fuck they want. But we
Hmm.
have to stay in such a bubble, you know?
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's like you can't, if
yeah.
they don't want the
They
pop
just pick
usher,
one
they want
sound.
the R&B usher. And it's like, well, what if you want to just play around with the pop for a little bit? And then come back to
Yeah,
the R&B. Like, you gotta let artists grow. Like, we're not to be concealed in. We gotta do our fucking are just dudes.
Right.
And I feel
exactly.
like that's so
I
important. And
agree.
right, I feel like that's so important for us as black artists to be able to just create. Khalees is someone that I admire so much because she was
Oh,
so ahead of her
yes. I love
time.
Khalees.
Shout out to
Yeah, I
Khalees.
love Khalees too.
Yes.
Yes, and she
She's
was
so dope.
so ahead of her time and so pivotal to
Hmm.
just creating that black girl pop star image,
Right.
and giving us the space and place to say, you know what, if she can do it, I can do it too.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
bossy. Huh? But
Right.
no, that's my shit. That's my shit. So shout out to motherfucking police because she bring all the motherfucking boys to the yard. Okay.
Shout
Now
out.
And we stand it. And
Dimitri.
we stand.
Okay, and we
And we
stand hard.
stand. We love it.
We stand harder than
Right.
the cock.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
the
Still.
Wait,
Still.
wait,
I was
and
screaming.
why
It's the
a rhyme
face.
scheme? Wait, why a rhyme scheme came to my head when we was talking about condoms? It's gonna come back because it came to my head when we was talking about it. It
I
was
was like,
something
not the
like,
pen moving by itself.
okay, the pen was moved by itself because a
Right.
whole rhyme scheme came to my head.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
I keep it safe on these niggas. I ain't talking about prep.
Oh,
Did
all
you
right.
catch it? I
I
keep
caught
it
that.
safe on
All
these niggas. I
right.
ain't talking about prep.
Seven is in the room. Okay, he is ready.
Cause I'm right. But
Exactly.
Exactly. Exactly.
so we're gonna pass it
Exactly.
on to Dimitri. So give us some tea, the tea that you can give us about this upcoming project that I'm fucking looking forward to. Like I'm standing in both of y'all lines, and I'm
I
like, all
love
right,
it.
bitch, who gonna drop first?
Eh,
You know?
Um,
I'm here.
well, I'm actually super excited. Like I've been talking to another writer that has been helping me. I don't want to say really write, but it's just been helping me kind of like make sure I got like stay around the like vibe that I've been wanting to. It's as of now, it's giving, like I said, a bunch of different mixed sounds: pop rock, chill, dream pop, R&B. It's a lot, like I said, like just those around those areas of vibes, just all into one. So far, it's going to be 8 tracks and 2 interludes, if I'm not mistaken. If not 2, it's possibly 3, but it's definitely around 8 or 9 tracks on the EP, and it's going to be called what? Thank you. And it's going to be called Well, What Now?
Okay. Well, what now?
And it's just going to really just take you around.
feeling the vibe. I'm feeling y'all titles. Come on now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
Y'all better
you.
leave me a mystery, honey.
Thank you.
Y'all better leave
I'm
me a
just
fucking
really
mystery.
it.
Excuse
Huh?
me. No, I'm sorry. I was. Yeah. Go ahead. Don't mind me.
But really, and the story for that really just follows the just the idea of like with each song being its own idea, just kind of what happens and what goes throughout the process of grieving really anything, not just with relationships, with personal loss, with yourself, like materialistic loss, just anything that you feel like you have to stop and kind of figure out what's next to go on and to do. It has those songs in here.
Okay, I'm here for it. I feel like this
I'm ready for
project is
this.
gonna be, it's gonna hit. I'm so
Yeah.
excited for
Thank
y'all.
you.
I'm like genuinely
Thank you.
excited because I feel like y'all are both putting the proper energy and just time and just everything into that little gumbo, and then y'all about to serve it to us. You're about to
Okay,
serve the
gumbo.
girls.
I like that.
Y'all about
Yes,
to
I need
serve
it
it to us.
spicy. All right.
Because, niggas don't really sell bodies at work no more. But y'all about to give us a body at work.
A
We're
body.
about to have a new body when we done.
All right.
Okay.
Not a new body.
Okay. I'm here for it. I'm really, really here for it. So, throwing it to Mo, what age or what time period in your life that what was your like moment or introduction to music, and what is your relationship with music? What do you use music for?
Music is definitely like a form of therapy for me. Very artistic. Is something I use as an escape to kind of like express myself, emotion wise, and a way to kind of like, it's an outlet for me. I would say dating back to as far as like when I was 9, 10 years old, I was writing poetry. Then when I got into like high school and college, I started turning those poems into like written music. But I wasn't recording then. Like I just started recording within the last couple of years or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so
But I
dope.
always like wrote poetry and like short stories. Yeah.
So you're a writer.
You know?
You're a writer. But say it with me.
That's
A writer.
important. I'm a writer. It's
I'm a
important
fucking
to say that
writer. You're a writer, honey.
It's very
Okay.
important.
That's what
Better
it
claim
is.
that shit. I'm here for it.
I'm a writer.
That's so fucking dope. We're gonna throw that shit on right over to Dimitri. What was your introduction to music and the whole 119 and 222?
I would say my first introduction to music was a Nat King Cole song, and it was Unforgettable. And when I heard it, it just was so like, it's just the way that he was singing and like how like he was so in control of his voice and what emotions he was trying to give off. And I heard this at such a young age. I want to say at like 10 or 11 or 12 or something like that. And my grandma was playing it, and I just was like so obsessed with wanting to sing like him, or just wanting to like have that type of tone, like to how I spoke, or just anything, like just being a young king. Like I just was like, I wanted to sound like that. But when it actually came down to performing and wanting to be an artist, it was 100%. A lot of people always laugh about it whenever I bring it up, and I'm like, well, hell, there's not a lot of Black guys I can look at and be like, you're like me. Like that's already big in the industry.
Yeah.
But it was actually Hannah Montana. Kid you not, hands down, the truth. I was like, okay, I want to do that. Like whatever she's doing, all those people watching her and cheering her on, like like the really good song. Like I just was like, I want to do that. Like I want to perform and get people riled up and happy for a fun time.
I'm here for
Mhm.
it. I love
that.
it. I love it. I mean, I feel like,
Yeah.
you know, I feel like I'm on an intro song. I mean, you know, like, below. I feel like we, as